Hey, Primal Punch here. Well, let me make sure this is recording. Yes, it is. Alright. Hey, I want to do some more hand strikes, alright? And these are still utilizing that whipping motion, okay? Where we're wanting to kind of toss our arm up, okay? And let's think of it this way. These muscles in here are more powerful than these muscles. And these muscles are more powerful than these muscles. So we're going to use them accordingly, okay? The stronger muscles start first. So we're going to fire this up, then this, and then this, okay? So if we have an attacker coming at us from the front while we're seated, okay? They have an advantage because they're more mobile, alright? But they're also limited because if they want to hit us, they have to come down here. They're going to have to get close enough to hit us, which puts them close enough for us to hit them. So what we need is to turn our disadvantage into an advantage, and I think that we can do that with this snapping punch, okay? You can get a lot of beef into it, and a fellow named Stompy Sharp and Pointy mentioned joint destruction and limb destruction. And man, I'm all for that. If you're being attacked, destroy anything that you can, and work on your pinpoint accuracy. I'm going to work on tricks for that too, that we can utilize, you know, for just getting that pinpoint accuracy. We want to hit where we're aiming. That's important. Okay. So here, I'm confined. I'm seated, and I want to be able to get a strike in on a person up here. How am I going to get the most pluck for my buck, right? How am I going to get the most in to this short distance? And I think that it's going to be what may seem like an odd series of movements at first, but it's going to utilize that whipping motion, okay? We're going to fire this up, and you can feel that when you do this, that you can get quite a bit in, and we're going to want to strike with, you know, in the boxing style, with these two center knuckles. It's going to connect like this, and it's going to be under the chin in the soft portion here, alright? Hit within that, you know how the lower mandible makes a V, you know, hit inside of here and click those teeth together, tilt the head back, and if they're leaning down or coming in for a strike, you have that extra momentum that's going to add force to that. So this is going to come up, and it's going to feel like a whipping motion, okay? You're going to fire it up with the bicep first, or I mean shoulder first, then bicep is going to come together, and then the wrist come together, so that at the end there, it's hitting pretty good. So that's our whipping motion. Now here's another one, and this one I don't know how this will work for most people, but I'm experimenting with it, and it's sort of a coming in backwards. See how my fist is coming in like this? It gives a little more of a straight line here for that strike, and you can utilize more of that extra wrist snap at the end that gives you that extra, you see? Slow motion. Whoosh, whoosh. Sound effects help. It's fun. But it really digs in. It's gnarly. It's really gnarly. So try that one too. And coming forward, that same back wrist motion. You see this? That same back wrist motion can be utilized in a forward punch. Pow, pow. And it unfolds a little bit differently than one that we would use when we have this full range of motion with hips. Because I don't know what kind of torque you guys have, but I do know that if I take my feet off the ground and I'm throwing these, that in this swivel chair I'm losing stability, which means that I'm losing power in that punch. So try this one. It unfolds just like that Mantis Shrimp, and use that wrist snap at the end. You see this? It's a gnarly punch. It's wicked. Watch even this short distance. In there, you know, it digs in. You can feel that just go into the bone and come out the back of your hand. So, Mantis Shrimp, we're going to unfold like a scissor jack, like a part of a scissor jack. Alright? And this is that Mantis Shrimp movement. So, try working on those. This is, I mean, this is wicked. You can also use it coming up. Look at that. Gonad strike. Gonad strike. It's wicked. It's kind of, do you see what I'm doing? Alright, so these are ones that can also translate over, you know. Stompy, sharp, and pointy mentioned. Inner crook of the elbow when they're coming in. That Mantis Shrimp strike. And this, when that strikes in here, bicep and those ligaments in here tear pretty easily. So, you know, even guys that weightlift, they're going slow, they're not ready for that impact. So try those, and I'll have more coming, okay? Thank you guys for coming. Punch hard.